Hi everyone, welcome to WW Designs. My name is Nikki and on this channel I share my love of all things paper crafting. If you're new here, this journal is part of my series called 30 Ways to Decorate a Junk Journal, or there's a playlist, JJJ30, that will show you how I made this journal and all the ways I have decorated it using free or magazines, printables, all sorts of fun things, just to show you that you can create a really pretty journal without spending a lot of money. And we are going today to do part 29, so we are almost done. And I thought what we need to do is add some decoration to all these little threads hanging down here. So what I've got is some nice easy ways that you can decorate your strings if you want to add something to it. So the first thing we're going to do is add one of these beads. I already used one of them here in my tassel, so I thought we were going to add another one. That way it makes it sort of, you know, all a bit matchy-matchy, because I'm partial to that. Now I have used DMC, stranded cotton for these, and you can see they've become a little frayed. So what I've done is I've just got a bowl of water handy. Just by wetting them, it helps them to sort of stick together. Could also consider using a little bit of glue to help make a point. But let's see how we go, and I'll see if I can get this to work the way it is. I tried to pick things, for example, this bead, because it does have quite a large hole. So go through your stash if you have a collection of beads, or you might have some broken jewellery that you just can't quite part with. But what else are you going to do with it if it's broken and you don't repair it? How about adding it to your junk journal? So all I'm doing is tying a knot and trying to have the knot just grow bigger and bigger so that this doesn't come off. Might tie it once more just to be sure, even though I doubt it will. There we go. Voila. Lucky last, gently pulling it together so all the knot stays together. And that's number one. All right, now let's see, what are we going to try next? I have cut 2 tiny circles with my circle punch. These are done in a relatively heavy cardstock so that they don't get all crumpled. You could, of course, cut one by hand and just trace out, like in our case in Australia, we have 5-cent pieces. That would probably be a great size. It doesn't matter what the size is. The whole idea of this is that we just want 2 small circles, or do triangles or squares. It doesn't matter. But what we're going to do is grab some glue. Where's my glue? There we go. I'm going to put a nice generous dollop on it. Now, I want this. I don't want this right down the end. So we're going to just shimmy that over and pop that. Oh, hang on, let me think. I need a bit of tying space. So how about we pop that there? And then we grab the other one and we'll put a little bit of glue on it as well, just so it adheres to this side of the thread. Oh, I think I need to refill my glue. Oh no, there we go. Now we're going to gently place this on top. And so we're creating a little decoration there. So let's just hold that down just for a moment. Hang on, let me grab a wet wipe and just get rid of that bit of gunky glue sitting there. One moment. Because we don't want that to stick. That would not be ideal. Okay, now I might let that one sit for a moment and we'll move on to the next one just so it can dry off a little bit, and then I'll show you what else we're going to add to that. Now, let's see. Let's pick another one. Now, I had a little play at making a paper bead. What I did, I grabbed one of these findings. It's a long metal thing with the little round, sort of like a pinhead at the bottom. And you then grab a piece of paper in the shape of a triangle and you glue this down here. I've folded it in half and you just roll it up and add a little bit of glue as you go along. I also added a little bit of glue here and I've made myself a paper bead. I've never done one of those before, so I thought, well, that could be fun to try. Very easy to do. You could also use a cut up a paper clip if you've got a pair of pliers that have the cutty bit in the middle, and you could certainly use a paper clip to make something like this too. Very, very simple. And I'm going to put this on this shorter one if I can. No, actually, which is it? No, I might leave that one. Let's go for this one here because it might just be a little bit too hard to tie. I don't have much to work with there. So let's just pop it on this one. I've got a nice big hole here, so that should be, whoops, quite easy, providing we don't drop it. There we go. And then we just tie that on. And then what I might do, because this is a little bit hard, because it's a little short, I might just tie it once and we can put a dab of glue on there. Might even glue that up a little bit, trim that off, glue it up, and that way we only need one knot for that one. Now, let's just go back to this one quickly. What I also wanted to do, if I can get it through this hole, we're going to find out in a minute, I wanted to add a little bead at the end and make a little dangle. Hang on a minute. Okay. Fingers crossed. If I could find my tweezers, they're hidden under the mess here somewhere. That might be easier. No, hang on. All right. We're not giving up. If I didn't have these long fingernails, it might help too. Hang on, let's start again. Where are my tweezers? Oh, I found them. Hang on. Oh, this might be easier. Let's see if this helps me. Maybe not. Honestly, why are you being so naughty? Aha. Oh no, I had it through and it fell off. Honestly, come on, we can do this. Maybe we need to try this way again. Ah, we got it. Okay. Now this is very short. I don't know if I can tie a knot with this. I might have to consider just getting glue. Can we wrap this round somehow and actually get this to tie off? No. I have all these great ideas and sometimes they are a little bit hard to execute. Okay, let's see. What else could we use here? Maybe. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Let's try. If I put that in there, No. Nope, that didn't work either. Okay, so we give up on that. We're going to stop trying to do a knot. We're going to put some glue on here. Try and get a nice big dob. And then we're going to gently push this down. And then we're going to let that sit. And that will hold. There we go. All that fluffing around for nothing. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I went through my beading supplies and I found a couple of pretty pearls and some tiny little spacer beads, and I've just put those onto another one of those pins, the same one I used for that. So I thought we can have some pretty pearls on our dangle. All we have to do is tie a knot for this one, nice and easy. Hopefully. Voila, we are done. Excellent. Now the next one, I have cut 2 really tiny little tag shapes and I inked the edges, and we're going to do the same sort of thing with this, except this time it will actually be at the end. So a little bit like a tea bag tag. So make sure we get glue up towards the top there, because we need this to sit on there. Pop that down, and then the same here, glue on the underside. I just picked this one because it had a pretty little flower on it, so I cut it out to have a flower on both sides. And this way you don't have to put a hole in it. It can just dangle off the bottom. And of course, again, used a nice heavy cardstock for this one, because otherwise it will just get damaged too quickly and we don't want that. So again, a quick wipe, get rid of that glue so we don't go sticking where we don't want to be. And then finally, I found this pretty shell flower. Now, this is a pretty tiny hole, so we're going to have to hold our breath and hope we can get it through here. But I just loved it and wanted to include it. If I absolutely have to, I can put a ring around here and then tie it through. But I want to see if I can not do that. Might not work, but we're going to try anyway. Fingers crossed. Oh, look at that. First go. Yay. And I got all the threads through. Oh, well, that was handy. I was hoping it might. I knew it might be a bit tough, but yeah, if you have a bead or something you really want to use, just, you know, those little rings that you use to make jewelry with, I could have put one of those on. There we go. Let me see if I can tie this once more. Otherwise, we're just going to use glue to hold that firm. Voila, through we go. And we're done. Now, I think what I will do though, I might see if I can get a little bit of glue on my finger. I really need to refill this. There we go. And what I might do is just, with a bit of glue, try and join this together. That way you won't have that ugly bit of thread hanging around. Again, we just need to let that dry. Might have to do it a couple of times, but no, that looks pretty good. So there we go. Some really easy ways to add pretty things to your tassels. Just think small. Go through your stash and find little things and think, oh, how can I attach those? And now we have these very cute dangles at the bottom of our journal. Again, another nice, easy project. Everybody has something in their stash that they could use, I am sure. So there we are. That's part 29. If you haven't seen all the other parts, head to JJJ30 playlist. It will all be there. And I will be back soon to do the final bit, which means we finally have to decorate this cover. And I've put it off because I can't decide exactly what we're going to put on top yet. But I'm working on that. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments box below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And until next time, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye for now.